Hey there, YouTubers. Right, so in this video I'm going to show you how to figure out CPU compatibility, RAM compatibility, and take an overlook of BIOS versions as this relates to CPU compatibility. Alright, so this is the Asus TUF Gaming Z690 Plus Wi-Fi. You may have seen that I have the Asus TUF Gaming B660M Plus Wi-Fi motherboard. So I'm just kind of doing this one to show you how you would do what I've done with my B660M. Alright, so first thing you're going to do, folks, type this in, search for it, Asus TUF Gaming Z690 Plus Wi-Fi, and click on this first link after you verify that that's the right info. So when we get here, we want this support, alright, not the one up here, but this guy. And under here, before we look at CPU memory support, which is right here, let's look at driver utility, and specifically we want BIOS. Okay, we want to see all the BIOS. So what you're looking for here is we're going to go all the way down to the bottom of the BIOS. Is you want to see honestly if there has been any updates for newer CPUs. All right, so eventually you will use this later for 13th gen. So if you happen to have a 12th gen CPU in there in your computer, you would want to identify what BIOS is in there and see which BIOS updates may have occurred that would help you. Let's say you wanted to go to 13th gen and you're at 12th, so you may have to do a BIOS update. We'll see in a second though. So you want to read through all of these, okay? Make sure there isn't any important notes in here. And depending on the motherboard, it may spell out exactly which CPUs have been brought on to work with this right here, okay? So this is version 1404, and improved system performance for Intel Core i9-12900KS. So I didn't see anywhere where it said an initial CPU, or excuse me, a BIOS update for that CPU. So this would appear to be the one, folks. You'd want to update, you'd at least want to have this one on your motherboard, alright? If you don't already, then you're probably going to want to update it to that before you buy the CPU. So then you see this. Look at that. Update for next generation. So this could either be your 13th gen Intel, or this could be some other CPUs that Intel's doing with 12th gen additional Pentiums. Maybe there'll be an i9-12850K like they had the i9-10850K, right? Something. Who knows? Only time will tell, right? So that is the latest one. So if you're updating to 13th gen, you're probably going to want to ensure that you buy one with this BIOS version. And to be honest with you, these are like anywhere from 6 years to, or 6 months to a year behind. So if you're buying it from Amazon or Newegg, if you're not buying this in 2023, you may potentially have to do a BIOS update. And I'm talking almost summer 2023, all right? All right, so now we understand the BIOS. Let's go over here to CPU memory support. And this is where, folks, you'll see these CPUs are supported by all, right, that have been out, except for this one. There's that 1404, all right? Let's check the second page, and they're all good. So eventually this will update to 13th gen, and you'll see a new BIOS version in here. Now let's look at memory. Memory you're looking at a little differently. You want to know if this RAM is compatible, right? So what you would do potentially is go through here, and you're going to have to flip page by page. This could take forever, but let's say you were looking for G-Skill and you happen to know your RAM speed was this one, then you would just verify the part number, okay? You have a way to sort here. So if we wanted to do some sorting, let's say I wanted G-Skill, but I wanted 3200 megahertz. You would sort by that, and then we could go RAM speed, And this should be the supported speed column, folks. And voila, there's all your different choices. So you'll want to verify this part number and make sure it's compatible. Now, potentially, if your RAM's not on here, it's either not going to boot up or it will run way slower than the overclock speed on it. All right. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.